on the debt limit. Is the White House concerned about being able to avoid a government shutdown and raising the debt limit, considering the Treasury is unsure how long it can use the extraordinary measures it has? And what's the White House's strategy for pressuring Congress to agree to raise or suspend the debt limit, or are you leaving that to Treasury to figure out?
Well, first I will say that on the issue at hand, raising or suspending the debt ceiling does not authorize new spending. Sometimes I'm not saying you're confused about that. Some people sometimes are. It merely allows Treasury to meet obligations that Congress has already approved. So certainly they would be in the lead, as they have historically been in most administrations, on making that case. We expect Congress to act in a timely manner to raise or suspend the debt ceiling, as they did 3 times on a broad bipartisan basis during the last administration, including the same year that the former president signed into law tax cuts that added $2 trillion to the deficit. So we certainly expect they will move forward, that this is something that has been done in a bipartisan basis. Democrats and Republicans have called for it in the past, and that's what we'll be advocating for.
Senate Minority Leader Mitch McConnell said this morning, when asked about kind of the issues within his own party, that, quote, 100% of my focus is on stopping this new administration. And he touted kind of the unity within his caucus, from Susan Collins to Ted Cruz. Are you concerned that it will be difficult to work with Republicans when you have these kind of statements coming from their leader?
Well, I guess the contrast for people to consider is 100% of our focus is on delivering relief to the American people, on getting the pandemic under control and putting people back to work. And we welcome support, engagement, and work with the Republicans on that. And the president has extended an open arm to that. The door to the Oval Office is open. He's invited Senator Capito to bring a group of her choosing to the White House next week. And we think there is opportunity for agreement to deliver on relief to the American people.
One quick question. A judge this morning struck down the CDC's national moratorium on evictions. Do you have a response to that and the administration's plans to appeal potentially?
Yes, I do. We understand that this just happened, as you alluded to this morning. We understand the Department of Justice is reviewing the court's decision and should have more to say later today. We also recognize, of course, the importance of the eviction moratorium for Americans who have fallen behind on rent during the pandemic. A recent study estimates that there were 1.55 million fewer evictions filed during 2020 than would be expected due to the eviction moratorium. So it's clearly had a huge benefit, but we would expect that a response and any, of course, decision about additional action would come from DOJ and